Kong Country fan game by the name of Donkey Kong Country 4 The DK by Pebbz. This is quite a special thing. It's a complete project, so and I'm pretty impressed by it. But up front, I want to say that I'm playing this on a Mac through Wine, and it's not going to play perfectly the way it's supposed to, unfortunately. My original Wine install played the music in-game, but no sound. When I updated Wine and tweaked some things, it played sound and music, but not both at the same time, and then bugged out whenever it tried to play a sound, so that was not ideal. But I've used a different Wine install now that plays sound but no music, so I'll be playing music in the background. This original game used MIDI recreations of tracks from Rare's Donkey Kong Country trilogy in the background, and I'm going to be playing the real tracks, but it's close enough. So the rest of the game doesn't look anything like this title screen, so that's good because it's a bit of a mishmash of things that don't quite mesh well. We've got like a pay-on render of a critter and On Guard, I think. That might even be On Guard's Brawl trophy now that I look at it, but yeah, meshing with the renders from Rare era. Anyway, I have to get into the game to change the display settings, but then I've got everything set up for slightly different setup, so I'll just get into it like this. I have to go away from full screen and then swap something over, and then I'll be able to play the music and stuff. Does this work? Oh no, it doesn't work. I have to. There's this weird thing with OBS where like a window has to have a name. So for some reason it keeps track of a score, probably because it was made in Game Maker. So every time you get a banana, your score increments by 1. And I can't actually select the window until I have a banana to give me a score. So that should be working now. Yep, looks good. Okay. Oh, yes, good. So we'll get back to the opening menu screen and then everything will be fine. Bit of a technical challenge getting this stream set up, so yeah. Oh, okay, my mouse is disconnected again. Speaking of technical challenges, so this is what you should be hearing on this screen. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, that's pretty quiet. I'll turn that up a bit. Yeah, so the opening screens and the menu all used Cranky's theme from DKC 1 by David Wise. What's going on? Okay, so while we're here, in chat we have Gibbon, Orson Zed, and Tonya all here hanging out, and that's awesome. So good to see you all. Tonya is reminded of the Super Mario Advance 2 promo website. Interesting. I need to know more about that, but yeah, let's get into the game. This is a full game, like I said, with 60 bonus coins, 30 levels, so I assume it's 2 per level in DKC 3 rules, 7 bosses and a bonus world, and lots of side stuff on the way. So let's get into it. Oh, I have to click on the window, otherwise the controls don't work. Cool. Now, like I said, for the most part, we have DKC trilogy music. The exception is the map screen, which uses the overworld music from Donkey Kong 64, which is composed by Grant Kirkhope. So this is what you should be hearing if you're playing this game properly. Okay, just make sure my stream's working. Looks good to me. Okay, so yeah, we have a full map screen, and you might notice that the graphics look a bit like King of Swing. Oh, I gotta swap over again. So as long as we're in a jungle level. Oh, that's a bad mistake on my part. I forgot to include the jungle level in my playlist over here. Pfft, ridiculous. Show sidebar. Oh my gosh. This was a bit of a fraught setup, to be honest. DK Island Swing. Okay. Good gracious. Okay, so here we are. It looks like King of Swing, but it plays like Donkey Kong Country, and it plays really well. Everything's here, grabbing and throwing barrels, roll jumping off an edge like so. It's all there. It's all there. Oh no. It's stopped being there. What happened? I really thought this was going to be okay. So I can crouch and roll, but I can no longer jump. Why has it done that? Oh, cool. Pebbz has just replied to my tweet saying, hope I enjoy it. And then it's cool seeing people still checking it out over so many years later. That's awesome. I don't get why it's being all annoying right now. I can't go to the map because I haven't beaten the level, but I can quit. I really thought I had it all worked out. Okay. No faffing around. Go straight into here. Now in here, Cranky's theme should be playing again. And yeah, Swanky's in DK's treehouse here. For some reason, the download or the file that I had for this game included a 104% complete save file, which by the way had 7.5 hours logged. So my goal today is just to clear the game as quick as I can and not get all the bonuses. But yeah, I'll leave that as an exercise for you if the game looks interesting to you. And I do recommend it. But yeah, once you have beaten K. Rool, you come back there and you can play through DKC 1 style animal bonus stages for a chance to get extra lives. Oh, just like that balloon that's flying away. But yeah, it plays excellently. I'll show you what a bonus round looks like. Which of course plays the sound of this one. Yeah. Token Tango from DKC2. So there's a number of bonus stages in the style of DKC2. Find the coin, bash the baddies, and one that's like get all the stars, which is get all the cherries in this game. And maybe one other, I don't remember. Yes. Okay, and we get to keep Rambi afterwards. Perfect. We'll have to go back to... Oh, why did I forget? Let me just dump all those tracks in there. Oh, there's so many. Skip the duplicates. Good grief. Alright. Yes. Bear with me, bear with me. I've lost it now. Cool. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the sounds are important. That's why I wanted to play the version with the sounds, but also I didn't want to sacrifice the music. It turns out that might have been a mistake, but we'll see. Yeah, but if you've played the trilogy, all the mechanics are there, but it looks like King of Swing. And yeah, let's talk about how they did that. So Pebbz was floating the idea of making this on the forums of what are they called? The other Donkey Kong forum. Donkey Kong... I'm so flustered right now. DKC Atlas is the forum. A great source of community projects around DK, including ROM hacks and level maps and things like that. So on there, he was posting about the game that he was making at the time under the name, well, his name on the forums I think was A7Pen. He's also known as A_pen on a different site, and his username is DankyKang with a 3 for an E in on one of the sites where this game was hosted for a while. Actually, I think this particular level uses the Forest music, Forest Frenzy, by Evelyn Novakovic, née Fisher. Don't forget that she did a lot of good on the original DKC soundtrack, as well as all of the DKC 3 soundtrack. Oops. Naughty zinger. Yeah, DKC Atlas. Gibbon says, it's fine if you don't do the music. Yeah, well, we'll see. I might give up after a bit. Yeah, cool. Oh, Pebbz is actually in chat. Lovely. Saying the download included the save file. Where did you download it from? That's a good question. I downloaded it years ago, and I don't remember where I got the where I got that particular download from. Because I've gone back now and I've downloaded all the uploads that you've done on Yo-Yo Games, and on IndieDB, and as far as I could tell, they didn't include the saves. But the current game upload, if you want to get this, the most recent version of it, is on itch.io. So just go to Pebbz's itch page, which I will link in the description of the YouTube archive. And yeah, you can play through this whole game, and it might even run better on your computer than it is here. Because I notice, even though I have all the correct sound effects here, they're a little bit on a delay, which I don't think is intended. Okay, so this O we can get with our massive roll jump, and the roll jump seems even more powerful in this game than it ever was in any of the official Donkey Kong Country games. But that's just a good thing, I think. Yeah, so sorry Pebbz, I'm running this in Wine, and for some reason the music doesn't work, so I'm playing my own music in the background. I need that N. Okay, I don't really need it. So, yeah, Pebbz was on DKC Atlas and talking about making this game and using sprites from King of Swing to make a traditional DKC style platformer, which is a great idea, but you can't make a complete game using just King of Swing sprites because there's missing animations that you'll need to fill out and a lot of enemies that you might want to add. So what he did was he secured the assistance of aperson98 and Necrotoad on the forums of DKC Atlas, and together they collaborated on filling out all the graphics for the game, making new sprites in King of Swing style for a full roster of characters for a traditional platformer game. And I think that together they've done an absolutely stunning job, an excellent job with making the new sprites match with the King of Swing style. Yeah, and you can see that for yourself, obviously. Okay. Haha. Yeah, I'll get a couple of... Here we go, we'll see the cherry one now. That's interesting. Where is that render from of DK? I'm not sure. Oh, it's a barrel blasting one. This is very DKC R style bonus, isn't it? So there, I got to show off the cherries. Oops. Uh-oh. Better get this in time. There we go. Huh. Nice. Good little setup for a bonus room. Cool. I'm just going to hang here for a bit and catch up on chat. So Tonya's saying for the Super Mario Advance 2 promo website, it was a travel brochure type thing for Dinosaur Island with a mix of real backgrounds of an island with Super Mario World clip art. It was bizarre. And that they like the use of King of Swing graphics. Gibbon is saying that he thinks that Julius, which is our friend Juliusaurus, Mick Peterson, and some other community members did a lot of these sprites. Yes. So I believe the story is, Pebbz might be able to correct me here, but an earlier project, or possibly just after this project that Pebbz had done, was a sort of platforming engine, which he'd uploaded to Yo-Yo Games, I believe, but it's not there anymore. It's been taken down. But I saw it on archive. It was called Apen's Platforming Engine, and it was in this style, but it was a sort of configurable thing, and it starred Funky, and the description of that specifically called out Michael Peterson. So I don't know if Julius's sprites are in this game as it is, but he's used, because Michael, that's one of the projects that he's done with his art skills before, was making new King of Swing style sprites. So Pebbz might be able to tell me if any of Michael's sprites exist in this finished game, but I'm not sure about that. All that's listed on the description of the most recent upload is aperson98 and Necrotoad. So, yeah, as far as where the game was uploaded and stuff, the posts that you see on DKC Atlas are from the end of 2010, and the game was completed as of early 2011, and it was uploaded to that Yo-Yo Games site, but it's not there anymore. Oh, yeah, missed the jump off the tire. So that was Yo-Yo Games Sandbox, yeah. In January 2015, Pebbz moved it to IndieDB, and it was the same game. He hadn't changed anything about it, but just uploaded it to a different place that was more accessible. And subsequently, as he says in chat, actually, asking, is the Yo-Yo Games link still alive? Actually, I think it's not, because they removed some of their older pages, as he says. It was on IndieDB for a bit, and as of 2018, it's been re-uploaded to itch.io, and that's the current place that you can get it. Oh, okay. Nice. Even DK can't defeat those ones, and then they get angry. Very cruncher from DKC too. Because yeah, as Pebbz says, itch.io is the one I actually somewhat monitor these days. So it is still there on IndieDB because they haven't updated and removed things from their database yet. But yeah, as he says, itch.io is the most recent place. He even mentions in the description on itch.io that if you have any trouble with it, leave a comment and he'll try to help you out. So to tell you more about what he's written in the description there, the way that Pebbz describes the game on itch.io currently is sort of a retrospective look back, saying, I wrote this game, I wrote this before I knew how to properly make games, but I polished the hell out of the final product. I tried to combine my favorite aspects of the DKC series into a single fan game. If you get stuck or frustrated, leave a comment and I'll try to help you out. Looking back, the difficulty is a bit much from what I would make nowadays, but it's not so hard that it's impossible. So that's encouraging. I hope it's not impossible. I like to think I'm good at Donkey Kong Country games, especially 2 and 3 style, which is what this leans more towards, I feel like. Oh, nuts. But yeah, I might not actually make it all the way through, but we'll see. Speaking of games that Pebbz would make these days, he's currently working on an interesting looking spooky cartoony Metroidvania called Death's Doorstep. So there's a plug for you, Pebbz. Oh, that's still in development though. He does have some finished games, including Cat Fu, a kitten-themed Metroidvania. And the other thing on his itch.io page is a Totoro-themed typing game made for a game jam, which looks fun and silly. So yeah, he's in chat actually saying other things, so that's really cool. Pebbz is saying, yeah, using wine can be iffy. I've used it a bit myself in the past. And he forgot that he actually released the platforming engine game that had Funky in it. It's only in the archive, it's not downloadable anymore. He says, as much as I can remember, Necrotoad and aperson98 were the only ones to directly contribute. Everything else was art that I scrounged up across the internet. All the art credits with artist names show up in the final credits. Oh, okay, that's a big motivation to get to the end for me. So I hope I actually make it. We'll see. And Gibbon says, I don't know, you seem to have made a pretty decent game. And Pebbz says, really sorry if you run into any bugs. So far I haven't noticed any bugs per se, apart from the wine issues, but that's just emulation glitches, really. So you can't blame the creator for those. Ah. Finally made it. Great. I gotta focus now. Hold on. I missed a letter. The slight delay in sound effects throws me off slightly, but again, I think that's a wine issue. Pebbz says, I can't make any bug fixes at this point, even if I wanted to. Yeah. What's on itch.io is just exactly the game that was made in 2011. Hasn't been changed. So yeah, we have Funky here. And in the game, it plays Funky's Fugue by Robin Beanland from Donkey Kong Country. Use the plane whenever you want. No coin charge. But nice background. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Okay, Coral Capers, an underwater stage. And this absolutely has to use aquatic ambience, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure. I double checked a lot of the stuff. So this isn't exactly a blind playthrough. I was considering whether maybe I had got amnesia and like I'd actually played through the entire game myself and got to 104%, but I don't know, it seems unlikely because I don't remember doing that at all. Oh, okay. So in the original games, if you're holding Y and then pressed B, On Guard would do a lunge. But that is not the case in this game. So that's one minor difference. Fix it, Pebbz. No, just kidding. You have to press the attack button to make On Guard lunge. Actually, by habit, I was just holding it down all the time because that actually makes On Guard faster in the original games, but it doesn't appear to do so here. Wow, Chomps is big in this game. But everything looks amazing. I really got to highly commend the artists who contributed to this, because the King of Swing art style, you know, everyone knows it. It looks amazing. I know Cameron Regal especially is a fan. He's done his own fan art in the style as well, although I don't think any of it is in this game. Okay, bye-bye On Guard. Oh, quick. Not quick enough. Oh, cool. On Guard didn't despawn. That's good programming. Well, that's good game maker engine, I guess. Yeah, so Pebbz does know how to code now and does make games. And again, you can check the itch.io page for if there's any that look interesting to you. Cat Fu, by the way, that's not on itch.io. You have to go to the IndieDB for that, but it is still there. Oh, I'm glad I have the On Guard at this point for the extra hit. Yeah, but at the time that Pebbz made this in 2011, as he says, he did not know how to code and was merely using the game maker engine. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, Gibbon says, I love all the sprite work. Indeed. Like I've been saying, it's beautiful. And it all meshes really well, and it looks like a real product, you know. Of course, all based on the existing excellent art style of King of Swing on the Game Boy Advance, Peon's first Donkey Kong game, with the peg swinging gameplay, which was a little bit divisive, but it's a great game for what it is. Okay. So we have Funky as an NPC. We've seen Swanky already in a minor role, but we do also have Cranky here. And I don't actually know what his role is in the game, but I can tell you that he has Cranky's theme. Excellent. Oh, of course, he's the save barrel. Of course you need my help to be able to save your game. So there is no candy. Only Cranky. That's too bad. Yeah. I'm a little sad that Candy's not in this game at all, as far as I know. But yeah, Cranky's here. So I think we're back on the forest music again for this one. And it's great music. I won't complain about that. Yeah, so here we can see enemies drawn from all 3 games in the series, in the original series. Oops. I guess I'll point them out if I see them as I go on, but yeah, this isn't just copying things that were in the original games, because we've already seen new little mechanics and things. I'm thinking specifically of these banana barrels. So you pick them up and use them like any other barrel, but you get bananas out of it. So that's just, it's kind of a minor thing, but oof, nasty. The claptraps. Okay, cool. Pebbz is attending to family duties. Fetching his pregnant wife some Arizona iced tea. Turns out it's a necessity. I don't know what Arizona iced tea is. I assume it's iced tea from Arizona. Alright, so yeah, I'm not too concerned about getting all the collectibles, because 1, that'll take too long, and 2, it'll slow down the stream and means, yeah, we won't have time to see everything. I considered doing a multi-part stream to cover absolutely everything about this game, but if you want content like that, I recommend a YouTube series of Let's Play videos, non-commentated, by Ma-Ryu, so M-A space R-Y-U, who is a Japanese kind of ROM hacker and Let's Player, who seems to have made ROM hacks of all 3 original Trilogy games to add new levels to them, as well as doing a Let's Play of this entire game in a series of videos, of a long series. They do about 2 or 3 levels per video. But if you want to see the whole game completed all the way through, I recommend that, including the bonus content. So I don't know if I should spoil it here, but heck, why not? There is a secret character. Actually, we'll see them in a minute, so yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, Mario has the full playthrough, and that's how I found out what music tracks play in every level. I've scrubbed through all of those videos on that channel and done a little checkaroo for what song is playing when. Oops. Yeah, the barrel blast stages. Oops. Yep. An important part of the Donkey Kong Country games, but not always my favorite, to be honest. That's alright. Didn't get the bop. I'm not sure if those mini neckies spit nuts. Some of them did earlier. I do actually have to be concerned about lives as well. That was close. This is pretty difficult, but manageable. I just have to focus sometimes. Okay. Yeah, no nuts. I don't know. Clomp. So that one spits nuts. I think maybe some of them do and some don't. Oh! Saw that coming. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, keep playing. Yeah, that's all I have to do. Just keep at it. The Let's Play on YouTube from the Japanese player, Mario, makes a lot of mistakes and keeps it all in. So it's a very warts and all kind of Let's Play. But admirable dedication with that, for sure. presumably they're also playing it natively on Windows. Ugh, no. No! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm really stumped about how I have a completed save file on my computer. I would definitely remember if I'd played this game before. It must have been like a third-party upload somewhere. Maybe someone on DK Vine or something just put it up for download because like an older version had expired or something. It might have been pre-2016. What was it? 2015 when it was moved to IndieDB. And the Yo-Yo Games one might have expired and nobody could play it, so it had just been passed around. That's a theory. And maybe whoever distributed it in that way had a completed save file that they just copied along with it. That could be the source. But it's the same, you know, exe file from there to all the subsequent uploads to the current one on itch.io, so however you get it, it's the same game. I really got to focus here. No! I said that and then I completely messed up. How frustrating. Okay. Oh yeah, at least we can see the game over screen now with some Donkey Kong Jungle Beat art composited with the original DKC one Diddy there that's been edited a bit. Oh, all the way back. Oh, it's kicked me back to the title screen actually, which means we're at the save point. Interesting. Okay. I could get some extra lives, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to play well. That's all. That's all there is to it. It's fine. And I'm going to play quickly too, because I'm good at games. Oh, that's good. You can actually hold down the jump button to bop off enemies and get a higher jump. You need to press it again when jumping off a tire, but yeah, this is all working the same as it did in the original DKC. So props to Pebbz for doing it right. Oh, I was a little bit low there. That's unfortunate. Pretty frustrating. Yes. Blader09 is here. I'm not sure if I know you, Blader09, but good to see you in the chat anyway. If I do know you from somewhere, let me know if you have any other names anywhere else, if I might recognize. But I listed the game playing on Twitch as Donkey Kong Country for basically everything I've been doing the last few weeks, where I've just been playing fan games and bootlegs, because mostly they're not listed in the Twitch game picker. I didn't actually check if the DK Bay was listed on there, but I assumed it wasn't, so I just put DKC there because they're here asking what DK is it. Gibbon is letting them know it's a fan game by Pebbz, who is in the chat and maybe back in a minute. But yeah, if you want to play this game, it's available on itch.io at the Pebbz page, Pebbz being the creator, Pebbz. So check it out if you like the look of it. And I really like the look and the feel of it, because it feels like a Donkey Kong Country game and looks like King of Swing on the Game Boy Advance, which is one of the best ever spin-offs in the series. Oops. Opinion is still divided, even within my own brain, over whether Jungle Climber or King of Swing is better. But you know, it's not a competition. They both exist, and they both have their own merits, and they're both great. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, so today I'll be trying to get to the last boss, or at least the last regular boss, outside of the secret extra boss, which you can unlock by doing some optional challenges that involve getting all 60 bonus coins, which in this game look like DK coins, just to confuse you. Go, go, no. Well, at least I got the G, and I've got the other letters, so if I ever get to that point, I'll get another one up. But what was I saying? I don't remember, but I think I was going to talk about the name Donkey Kong Country 4. Because it's a way, a bit like Crash Bandicoot 4, which is coming out soon, it's a way to signify that, like, it's taking after the style of the original trilogy, even though this was made at a point when Returns had already been released, which is sort of, you know, quote unquote, officially the 4th Donkey Kong Country game. Oh, it's a bit rough. My gameplay was a bit rough, I mean. Beautiful. You love to see it. But this is not the only fan game that holds a claim to the name Donkey Kong Country 4. Next week I'll be playing the other one. But this is the only one that's completed. The other Donkey Kong Country 4 only exists as a series of demos so far. Alright, so I mentioned a secret extra boss character before, and spoilers, if you manage to get all 60 coins, you will unlock this character as a final boss. Who is this? If you have 5 coins, then I'll let you attempt Clutch Countdown. Well, I might try and get 5 just so I can see the first bonus stage there, but yeah, this is Dread Kong from Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, Gibbon. Big Jungle Beat fan. Oops, wrong track. When you're on this screen, it plays... Nope, not that one. This one. It plays the Lost World track from DKC 2. Because this is the Lost World of the game, essentially, and it works just like DKC 2. Get enough bonus coins in a world, and you get to access one level of the Lost World through visiting Dread Kong on the map. And if you do them all, then you get a final secret boss fight against Dread Kong himself, while Battle for Storm Hill from Jungle Beat plays in the background. That's a little spoiler for you. I won't be showing it off on the stream again, because that's not going to happen. Oh my gosh, I've been going for 40 minutes. I'm only up to the end of World 1, so yeah, might not be able to show off the whole game, unfortunately. But let's get into... Oh, it's very naughty, of course it is. So... the bosses, all the bosses in this game use the track Boss Bossa Nova from DKC 2, composed by David Wise. Excuse me? What happened there? Okay. There was a little confusion with the hitboxes. Oh, maybe I can't bop on Very Naughty while it's jumping. Yeah, that looks like it. It works better still than the bootlegs, though. Remember that time I was fighting Naughty in the bootleg and I was stuck for ages? That was a Banana Boat, I think. Yeah, okay. You gotta wait till he's standing on the ground. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. My cat is staring me down. Ah! You distracted me, Midna. You know what? I better go save my game before I run out of lives. Oops! I went back in. Okay, that's fine. We can be very naughty. It's just naughty, seriously. So what I'm looking forward to today is seeing what all the bosses are. We're starting with Very Naughty, a very traditional DKC 1 type choice, but I know from spoilers this is not a blind playthrough. I know from watching those Mario videos, at least from the thumbnail of one, that Fire Neki from King of Swing is one of the bosses in the game, so I'm looking forward to that. So let's just pop back in on Cranky and save my game in case I get any inopportune game overs. That might be interesting. Orson is trying to convince Pebbz to make a version of this in SNES Maker when that comes out, which would be interesting. But I think the fact that this has all new level designs is really cool, a really cool feature. But that's really only half of it, because the novelty of it using the King of Swing art style is another big part of its appeal, I think. What? I think I mashed too quickly through that. Ended up going back to the same world. Okay. So yeah, world 2, here we are. Sandy Bar. And we're going to start venturing into themes and aesthetics for levels that are slightly outside of the original Donkey Kong Country games. Now, what does this use? Okay, I know what track plays on this, and it's Cavern Caprice from DKC 3 by Evelyn Novakovic. But yeah, there's lots of things that fit in a desert type archetype with slippers and neckies. Oops. Man, I gotta say again how well this game plays. It's really a joy. I did want to do a few bonus levels, didn't I? Oh, I thought it would be a bonus, but it was actually Rambi. That's a good surprise. Very nice. Oh, rude. Bye, Rambi. Oh well. Oh, Spinies. The porcupine enemies from DKC 2. Or maybe they're the hedgehog enemies from DKC 3. Hard to tell. Bristles, I think they're called. Oh. That banana was surely indicating a bonus room. Oh, armies. Again, very relevant for a desert. Good stuff. It does actually make you wonder why a lot of the enemy types from the original DKC are there when there aren't any climates really that would fit their physiology. Maybe that's overthinking it. Oh. Didn't quite get that jump off in time. Yeah, so the red toughies, they will always avoid your damage, even if you're DK. I wonder if DK has the slap. No, no slap. But I do have a crouch. Nice animation. Although speaking of animations, the whole screen kind of sandstorm effect is a little bit distracting, to be honest. But yeah, Orson, to address your comment further, I'm pretty sure that Pebbz has no inclination to continue this game in any way. It's a completed thing. It works perfectly fine. It exists as it is. But he's moved on to other projects and original games, and you know, more power to him for that. But we've always got the DK Bay in a completed state, which is excellent. It's really gratifying. Great. Oh, what? I swear I rolled through that. Yeah, the sandstorm. It's a bit rough. Okay. Oof. Oh, it's clearing. That's a nice effect. DKC did that exact thing with weather effects that would change as you progress through the stage. So that's very nice. And I haven't been calling out the stage names, but they all contain the kind of charming alliteration that the original games often used. So this stage introduces these dropping platforms. Uh-oh. Ah! 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 Okay, cool. It does look like Spiny, but smaller. Whoops! Oh no! The platforms have hitboxes on the bottom. Oh yes, and now we're in a new archetype which uses Voices of the Temple from DKC 1, because it's a temple type area, a pyramid in fact, as they say. And yeah, this kind of desert pyramid kind of aesthetic, again, it's not exactly represented in DKC, but that's cool because this fan game is then breaking new ground in a way. But in a different way, it's also, like we've heard DK64 music already on the map screen, but this is a sort of level theme that DK64 used with Angry Aztec. Of course, with them being South American type pyramids, not Egyptian, but they're still pyramids. I don't know exactly what this is intended to be, although looking at the background pillars now, I think I see hieroglyphics, so I suppose it is supposed to be an Egyptian type desert pyramid area. Oh, no Squitter sign. As far as I know, there's 4 animal bodies in the game, and oh, that hitbox caught me off guard. What do you think if you had to put 4 like top 4 animal bodies in a DK game? What would you pick? Because I can tell you that this game has Rambi, Squawks, On Guard, and those are the top 3, I think. And then choosing Squitter as the 4th is a nice choice because, you know, Squitter's highly technical and gives you a quite different play style, which is interesting. So yeah, that's probably a good choice that I would have to probably mirror in my own choices if I had to pick myself. As well as giving you a nice range of different animals with an arachnid, as well as a mammal and a bird and a fish. Oh, I missed the end somewhere. That's alright. Oh boy. Okay, cool. So armies work just like in DKC 1. One stomp with Diddy will put them in a neutral state, and then you got to hit him again, but DK is strong enough to defeat them in one hit. Ah, Sabretooth is here. Hello, Saber. Good to see ya. Saying, whoa, what is this? This is the fan game Donkey Kong Country for the DK Bay by Pebbz. Check it out on pebbz.itch.io, I think would probably be the URL to look up. And there's the 2011 game that's just been brought forward for a download. Crocodile Cliffs. Now, this should be a cliff stage, right? Okay, cave, temple. Oh. This actually uses the cave music from DKC 3 again, according to my notes. Which takes a little bit to get going, so give it a minute. Now, I am supposed to be getting a couple of bonus rooms, but maybe I'll just focus on getting through the game first, and then if I have time at the end, I'll get a couple of bonus coins and see what the challenge is. As far as I know, the Dread Kong challenge levels are just sort of harder levels in the vein of the DKC2 Lost World. Oh. So the penalty for getting that banana barrel was you had to backtrack a bit. Okay. But yeah, as far as the level design in this goes, I think it's all really solid. So even though at the time Pebbz didn't know how to code, he obviously had a good idea about what makes a good level. And that's one skill that would have been carried forward into his current game development, to be sure. I just realized I've been using male pronouns for Pebbz. Pretty sure that's correct, but if he comes back, I'll check with him. I'll check with them. Sorry. So yeah, Squawks. Squawks is here. Squawks feels like in DKC2 when you're carrying the Kongs with you, because there's quite a lot of weight on the character, whereas he felt lighter to control when you transformed into him. So there's another minor criticism for this game, very minor. I will say again, for the most part, this feels very good. It feels very authentic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's get the bonus. It was right there. Oh, the warping bonus. Bash the baddies. We haven't seen this one yet. No worries. Very easy. Oops. So Gibbon says, whoa boy. Ugh, nuts. Gibbon says, I really liked Squitter as a kid, but these days I think he just has too much going on. I'm not sure how you'd simplify his controls, but as is, he uses the entire controller. Yeah, this is a good point. I like that it adds some complexity and difference to the control scheme, but yeah, you might be right in that it's maybe too much complexity. Because for the most part, yeah, well, the complexity of the series increases as it goes on. But, when they really put Squitter to the test, it does get quite, yeah, demanding. I'm thinking Webwoods. Oh, okay, we have a cannon type enemy, but it seems to be the Cruncher, the red Cruncher, which is like a recolored critter. Maybe redrawn slightly to make it more muscly, but yeah. Let's get the N. We need all the lives we can get, people. Because I'm not great at the video games. Yep. Holding up while flapping makes you go up faster. This is correct as it should be. There was a little bit of stickiness to the swimming controls if you were near a surface. Again, not as bad as the bootlegs, but yeah, we're not having that kind of problem with the flying controls. Oh no! I'm disappointed in myself. Alright, let's go. Let's do the squawk section again. Oh, hang on. I think, yeah, unlike On Guard, holding down the attack button actually makes me go faster in the air, I think. Which again is as it should be. Something about water, I guess. Now I've just assumed that you can't damage the red bees, and yes, indeed, this is the case. That wasn't true in DKC 1, where there were different colored zingers that were just an aesthetic difference, had no change to how they behaved or were damaged. But as of 2 and 3, red flying spiky things are immune to most forms of damage except TNT. And that's true here too. I don't need to kill it. Okay. Now, there's a barrel coming. Does that mean there is a Mankey? Hello. Look at that. What a lovely little sprite. Oh, and Diddy can defeat a Mankey in one hit. Unlike in the Japanese version of DKC 1, where, as with other enemies, Diddy took 2 hits to defeat it. There surely is not much more at this level. Surely I've earned my way to the end, yes. I love the explosion sound effect, by the way. Mankey, Gibbon's excited about Mankey. Gibbon also says that Ellie, the elephant from 3, also has a decent amount of complexity, but she has a lot of contextual use, which amounts from basically having suck and blow functionality, which can be used to suck in and spit out water or grab barrels and throw them. This is a good point, actually. I was just thinking how Ellie similarly, you know, adds complexity the way Squitter does. But as you point out, oh my gosh, what's this? Is that like the ninja monkeys from Jungle Beat? Wow. I was like, oh, Yoshi's Island monkeys, huh? But no. It actually looks a lot like the Yoshi's Island monkey, especially with the Hurt sprite, but this might be, yeah, a Jungle Beat thing coming in even before the secret final boss, which is nice. Well, we've seen Dread Kong already, but yeah, that's really interesting. As far as I'm concerned, I want like maximum mashup that we can get. So, you know, having all 3 trilogy games is fine and all, but if you can throw in some Jungle Beat stuff, even some Donkey Kong Land stuff, we've seen a couple of DK64 things going on. Mostly just the music, I think. Ugh. Yeah, the second jump, they raise that shuriken up and then you can get hit. Ugh. Okay, that's fine. Ninjapes, as Gibbon says. I think this might use the temple music. I'm not sure. I'll just keep it on this one. Yeah, the level's called Ninja Knights, by the way. Which gives you the clue. Okay, so wait for the second one and then... Yeah, so they have a relatively complex attack pattern for, you know, by DKC standards. But I believe I've mastered it now. Yeah, those are definitely edited grinder sprites from Yoshi's Island, I believe. But they fit surprisingly well with the rest of the King of Swing style. Ugh. Just run. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. That's one of those tricky wait for the enemy to jump and then bop off them to get more height. Then backtrack for the bonus. Let's just demonstrate Diddy's behavior. Whoops, never mind. Hey, roll at me, buddy. Oh! Oh, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Okay. Oh, bugger. Pebbz says, yep, that's 100% it. Presumably responding to the fact that these are grinders. Oh, come on. You shouldn't spit that fast, surely. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, unfortunately all music doesn't work, including death jingles. Okay, just time it better. Just to call attention to Donkey's sprite while holding the barrel with his little twinkle toes. Good stuff. I think from an official product I might have expected a little bit more animation than that, but I'll forgive it. Ooh, okay. We're getting kabooms now too. Although it got stuck. There's a bug for you, Pebbz. The kaboom got stuck on that ledge up there. I wonder where the monkey sound effects are coming from. I got your number, mate. Okay, we're nearly done. Oh no! Curses. Yes, Pebbz noticed that little bug. Again, no hope of an upgrade or an update. That's okay. I think the game is, you know, perfectly fine as it is. It's actually really impressive for, you know, a 2011 fan game made by someone with no prior experience. Actually, I think there were a couple of things. When I looked in the archive on the Yo-Yo Game Sandbox, Pebbz had a couple of older projects before this. I did write them down. Super Baron Brothers and Super Bowser, which are like Mario World style platformers. Oh, I kind of thought that the camera would catch up and there would be a floor underneath there. Wishful thinking, I guess. Yeah, I got bamboozled. Or is bamboozled the name of a game? Sorry. Pen just said bamboozled. Pebbz. Bamboozled. By the way, Pebbz, while you're here, I just wanted to check your pronouns. Because I thought you were male, but I just wanted to confirm that. Yeah, just go under the ninja. That's fine. That's good. I wonder how long that nut is going to follow me. Oops. Oh, what? Okay, so the DK barrel broke and then I was hit by the monkey, so that's put me back a bit. Gotta be careful now. Okay. So I have got this far before, I just gotta be a little bit more careful. Ah, the monkey's chasing me! Ah! Duh! Yes. Pebbz confirming that he uses he, him pronouns. Thank you for telling me. So Pebbz commenting on his older games from the Yo-Yo Game Sandbox. Those games are pretty brutal. Oh, wow. I broke the DK barrel with the other barrel. That's interesting. There you go. I've hopped on an army showing that Diddy takes 2 hits. Ah, cuss. Yeah, those games, says Pebbz, were basically a learning experience up until I was able to make this game. Yeah, so that's the progression. And the experience paid off because again, this is really cool. Like, you've done a great job here. And the fact that you actually finished it is really good because a lot of people don't always finish fan games, you know. It's a common thing. Have you seen Mariu's long play of, or let's play or whatever it is, of this game, Pebbz? Because I think they give it a pretty good showing. Oh, wasn't I holding a DK barrel then? If I get damaged and drop a DK barrel, you're supposed to get your partner Kong back at that point. Oh, I'm really bad at games, apparently. Pebbz says the finishing aspect was a long grind at the end. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did it. Oh no. How far back did I have to go? I lost 1 level of progress. Okay. That's pretty annoying. Oh well. It's my own fault. Should have backtracked for the save. Okay, well, consider this stream today a preview of the game. I'm not going to be able to go through the whole thing. If you want to see more of it, I do recommend checking it out yourself. It's playable in Wine with a few bugs maybe, so you might have to tweak your setup to get it to work properly. I know I had to separately install the Wine Tricks D music and direct music and D sound to get that stuff working, although then that actually caused problems. So to be more specific about my exact setup, I've installed Wine using Homebrew through Terminal with help from my spouse because she's actually really smart and good at computers and I'm not. And yeah, so you would have seen me at the very start of the stream opening the terminal window and running the last command, which is to open the game exe. And that's done through terminal without a GUI. But yeah, it's a recent install of Wine. I'm pretty sure I did the Wine Tricks in terminal as well. Oh. What happened? Oh, the song finished. Okay. It takes a little bit to start again. We're going to have this music for a while because I'm bad at the game. Is it really worth it for those bananas? Maybe it is. Maybe that 1 life will save me. Oh, the dreaded squawk section again. Pebbz has not seen the Let's Play that I mentioned, saying to post the link and he'll make sure to check it out. How can I post a link? I'll tweet it at you, I guess. I don't know. I can tell you again, the name of the YouTube channel is Maryu, M-A space R-Y-U, and one of their playlists is a complete playthrough of this whole game to 104%, I believe. But I don't know. You made the game, so it might not be so appealing to watch somebody play through the whole thing. But yeah, anyway, that's cool. I assume there was lots of testing involved. Oh, I'm not going to be able to show the credits. Maybe I can... So I mentioned before that I had 104% save file that I don't know where I got it from. One of the side effects of this particular wine install that I'm playing the game through at the moment is that for some reason it didn't recognize those save files when I opened the game, whereas the other install does. So like I have the save file, but I just can't read it. I don't know. I'm really confused about how it works exactly. Just technical problems. It's frustrating. Okay. We've got this far. Let's go. And in case you're wondering, the banana bunches are traditional country style where they're worth 10, whereas in returns they're only worth 5. I haven't actually paid attention to see how many you get from one of those banana barrels. Oh, whatever. Whatever, dude. Pow. Let me see. Oh, Pebbz is checking out the video saying, oh, I totally have seen some of this. I've never actually watched it all the way through, though. Well, I can't blame you. But yeah, that's good. He's already aware of it. Okay, save point me up. Did that refill my lives? Or did I get back up to 5? Ah, this music is so atmospheric. I love Evelyn's work on the series in general, but especially DKC 3. She's also responsible for converting Robin Beanland's Conker's Quest compositions to Game Boy for Conker's Pocket Tales. She didn't do, she wasn't at Rare for too long. She only worked on a few games, but what she did, I think, was really impactful, especially in the Donkey Kong series. I think she's also the voice of Joanna Dark in Perfect Dark. If I've got that right. She sort of worked in the sound department, did some composing, porting, sound effects and stuff. Yeah, but she does get overlooked a bit sometimes because people like to talk about David Wise a lot. And of course, Wise is a really good, really great, excellent composer. Of course, we all know this. But yeah, Evelyn Fisher, now Evelyn Novakovic. Is also really good. Ugh. Dang it. By the way, I don't know if you remember Pebbz, like I said, I was watching through this long play to find out what tracks were supposed to play on all the different levels because my setup wasn't always giving me the music. There was one that I had a little bit of trouble identifying because they're not the original tracks, they're MIDI recreations, like I said earlier. It's, I think, the last regular level of the game before the final boss. And it's a gauntlet of rotating barrel challenges on tracks in a cave mine situation. I wasn't entirely sure what track was supposed to be playing there because it was a little bit, you know, there were different instruments and I couldn't quite identify the melody. So I thought there's a chance it might have been Lockjaw's Saga, but I wasn't really sure. I don't know if you know. Gibbon saying, yeah, about Evelyn, she provided minor voice work for a bunch of titles. Yeah, that's what I thought. But you can check her. You can check her out on Moby Games, and I'll tell you all the games she worked on. Pebbz says, if I recall correctly, the banana barrel may give you 20. I could be totally wrong though. So, again, this was 9 years ago at this point that Pebbz made this. Oh, cool. I got stuck on a corner a little bit there. That was cute. Oh, I just avoided that nut. The gameplay is intense and exciting. And again, it's good level design that effectively reminds me of the country games. So, you know, everything you were trying to do, I believe you accomplished here. It's a really cool game. Curses. Oh no! Oh wow! Okay, cool. We're getting some direct from the horse's mouth information here. Pebbz says, right, that song, which is the song in the second last level of the game again, was actually made by my sister. It's the only song that wasn't from a previous game. So there you go. It's good to know. So where did you source the files or like the arrangements that you use for the rest of the game? Did your sister also make those? Oh, dang it, I shouldn't have gone back. Because like I said, they're creations of the compositions from the trilogy country games. I'm really not doing well. Okay, that's all right. We saved. We remembered to save, so we can get back there. I'll be lucky if I get halfway through the game today. Good grief. Okay. There's a tag function. I haven't shown that yet. There's also a help function if you press F1 that explains the controls. Oh, I actually forgot to do that. So why don't I do that right now since we're between levels. You're only going to see part of this because of the way it's rendered it, but I'll tell you the story as presented in this help file. Yeah, there's character bios for everybody. Dixie Kong, does she appear in this game? Does she? That would be awesome. I don't know if she does. Does she? Now I'm intrigued. It explains all the different parts of the game and the controls. It's actually quite complex explanations here. But story. In an act of revenge on the Kong family, King K. Rool has invaded the DK Bay and kidnapped Wrinkly Kong. While DK and Diddy go out to help her, K. Rool decides to flee the bay. Help DK and Diddy travel through the DK Bay, defeat King K. Rool, and rescue Wrinkly Kong. So there's the story. In case you were wondering, yes, this game has a complete story. Bam. By the way, I don't know if it's shown on this screen, but it's really cool. Nice UI. And that's how you get it back to the map and stuff. The arrangements themselves, mostly if not entirely, came from vgmusic.com. A lot of the sound effects Pebbz had to rip himself using an emulator. So there's your answer for that. Good to know. So I guess the VG Music thing is like existing recreations that other people had done. Yes. Love the sounds when defeating enemies. It's an important part of the DK games. Okay, focus now. Yes, DK barrel. The blue guy. The blue guy has a different name in every game. Started as Crusher, became Cruncher. Same guy. And then it's a different guy in 3. What's the name of the blue guy in 3? We actually saw him on the title screen. It's not Crimp, is it? No, that's the purple guy. That's the chompy thing. Big guy. Crumple. I think it's Crumple. Oh! Bad timing. I thought I'd be able to bop that, but I was a bit slow. Oh, are you serious? Yes, Gibbon got Crumple, I think, before I did. That's one of the cute things about Donkey Kong Jet Race, also known as Barrel Blast in North America. They created a new Kremlin character who was a big blue guy because all the country games had a different big blue guy. Although again, a lot of the enemies going from 1 to 2 are the same characters but with a new pirate outfit and a new name actually, so it is a little bit confusing, but Canon is Clump but with a bandana and stuff, or a hat I guess, yeah. And like Cobble is Critter. Ugh. This is rough, Pebbz. You gotta include an easy mode with infinite lives and stuff. And save states. I'm so used to playing with save states on streams. It's quite casual, the way I do games most of the time. But whenever I get genuinely challenged, I always choke. Eventually. Yeah, okay. So, how do you like seeing this part of the level for the 30th time? Okay. Oof. Okay. Is that it? No. Let's go. Oh. Yes. Oh, that trap monkey. Oh. What a ride. Okay. Finally. My goodness. Pebbz is encouraging me. Thank you. You're making progress. I remember this level being particularly brutal. Well, you're not wrong. But yeah, we must be up to the boss now. So finally we get a different track, and it's Master Necky's Perch. So we're again following... Oh, that's not Master Necky, that's Crow from DKC 2. Great. Oh, those are Super Mario World. Those are Bowser's balls, aren't they? Ooh, and we get a TNT barrel this time, instead of a normal barrel as you get in Creepy Crow, or an egg as you get in Crow. Cool stuff. Yeah, when I saw Master Neki name on the map screen, I was like, oh, well, we're just going to do all DKC 1 bosses, are we? But no. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Gonna throw ninjas at me along with cannonballs. That's rough. Left or right? It's always been right. Third hit. Is that it? No, there's more. Okay. More ninjas. Okay. Faster balls. They still have the hitbox even after they've hit the ground. That's not always the case depending on what game you're playing. So watch out for that. That caught Diddy out earlier. Okay, so she'll get another barrel now. 4 hits. 5 hits. Okay. I fell for it. Pebbz says, shh, those are DKC balls. Well, they wouldn't fit the art style if they were DKC balls, so, you know, just like with the Yoshi's Island grinders, taking them from another source, that's perfectly fine. And it fits the style, so it's good. I wonder where you got the explosions from, actually. But Pebbz also says that, sorry, this is important. This level, or that level, the ninja level I think he's talking about, was actually the only one in the game also designed by my sister. She did the first draft and Pebbz did the editing after the fact. So now I know who to blame. It's Pebbz' sister. For that roadblock I was stuck on for a while. That's okay. Alright. How many hits was that? That's the second hit, right? Because then the ninjas appear. So now I'll get another one. Then we get 2 rounds of balls with a ninja. Where's the ninja? There. Jump. Hit. So yeah, there were more people working on this game than just Pebbz and those 2 sprite contributors. Oh man. Maybe I should play this game again next week. I kind of have a deadline today because I have a trip to IKEA planned. So I can't just keep going forever today. But I kind of want to revisit this. Even if it's just to get through the story. Getting all the bonuses would take many, many streams, I think. Oh, have to grab the coin. Pebbz says, lol, still probably a little bit my fault, not gonna lie. Alright, let's not move on because that's one frustrating thing with the original DKC. You would immediately move on to the next world after a boss, and if you got to the next world and weren't able to progress, then you might have to redo multiple levels at a time. I think that's the case, isn't it? Just moves you on automatically? Oh, maybe not. Maybe once you've started a world, sometimes it can take a few levels to get to a candy or a funky. Right. World 3. Let's see how far we can get in this stream. Creepy Castle. Oh, look at that background. Nice. Nice in armor. Human, apparently. Torchlight Terror. Now, I believe that this should be using the... oh, apparently, according to my notes, this should be the Haunted Chase music from the roller coaster in the Haunted Library level in DKC 2. I know the castle music does get used later. Oh, yep, there it is. There's good old Mr. X, Cackle. So the Haunted Library music is very appropriate. Oh, okay, here's the mechanic. When you're near... Oh, and I must be able to use TNT barrels. This is really clever. So Cackle will appear, but the torchlight will drive it away. See, the light returns to the level, and Cackle is nowhere to be seen. I haven't actually tested the TNT thing, but I assume that's why they were giving me TNT barrels earlier on. Get away. Okay, cool. Yeah, what a nice mechanic. Bringing cackle into an ordinary platforming level instead of the auto-scroller is interesting. That banana has to be important, surely. It's okay, I'm not going for all bonuses. Alright, gotta test this. Yes, hitting a TNT barrel on one of the empty torch braziers will light it up. Sconces. Ah! Cuss. Pebbz says, in hindsight, I totally should have scrapped that mechanic. Some things don't age as well as others. Which mechanic is that exactly? Because if you're talking about the torch mechanic, no, that's really cool. But if you're talking about like the saving the game mechanic, then yes. Ah! Games should never have lives, and they should always autosave and stuff. That's my thoughts on it. I'm really glad you're here commentating for this, Pebbz. It's been a real good insight into, yeah, the save system, he says, is what is the mechanic that he was referring to. But, you know, you were aping the old country games, pun completely intended. So I can't blame you for carrying over some of the conventions from those games. Ugh, that happened again, but this time I had the extra Kong to save me. That one last army. This is something that DKC 1 actually does a few times, is that one trap enemy right at the end of the level that gets you just when you think you're going to win. You two kids would be now here if it wasn't for me. Would be now here. What? Nowhere. Oh, sorry. There's not a space there. That was my own misreading of this situation. You two kids would be nowhere if it wasn't for me. And I believe that did fill me up to 5 lives, so I think that's a good mechanic. Right. This level, I think, uses the swamp music from DKC 2. Bayou Boogie. And any similarity to Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight is your imagination. It's not true. It might be true. That and In a Snowbound Land is pretty similar to Vangelis's Antarctica. There's other things, but yeah, David Wise might have been inspired by certain other music when he was writing some of his DKC tracks. Yes. So this is a DKC 2 style water level where you're able to jump in and out of the water. It's really cool. The first game didn't have anything like that at all. Oh, nice use of Joker font, actually. I haven't called that out yet. Classic. Oh well. I'm not going for bonuses. Oh, I'm back here. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. It's a little bit tricky to get out of the water. I noticed Mario had problems with that sometimes as well. Oh, the changing water level. That's really cool too. And it actually put me out a little bit further on. I didn't lose any progress when I exited the bonus room. Oh yeah, I should check the water mechanics. So holding up does make you swim up faster, holding down makes you drop faster. And yeah, going along the surface of the water or the bottom. I think it's a little bit slower. Yeah, it might be a little bit slower. Whoop, there we go. You know, to be honest, if anything, you may have overused oh no, what's the name of the Kremling that hides inside a barrel? That's not cobble, is it? Clobber. Clobber and kaboom, because, you know, almost every barrel in the game seems to have a Kremling inside it. But that's alright. It's fine. Ah! Well, taking me by surprise sometimes. But yeah, we're seeing a nice mix of DKC 1 and 2 enemies throughout the game. Not too many 3 enemies. In fact, I don't know if I've seen any so far, but I know from watching those videos that Squitter does put in an appearance later in some ice stages. And that's a DKC 3 original. Oh, okay, cool. Ah! Pebbz agrees, lives are kind of dated. It's one of those things that made perfect sense at the time, but I would totally do differently if I was making it now. And Pebbz this time swooping in with the save, telling me that it's clobber. Thank you. Ah! You know, I was just saying that it's so obvious that every barrel has... And Pebbz responds about having so many clobbers and kabooms in the game. True, I am noticing that. I always love those guys, so I can't say I'm shocked. Nice. Alright, let's go. Yep. Now I gotta challenge myself. Okay, that's Clambo. The fish is bite size. That's puffed up with 2 Fs, as opposed to, no, 1 F. And then later on, there's an enemy in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze that's called puffed up with 1 F or 2. I don't remember which is which. But you also have Puff Toss in DK64. And I think they actually have smaller Puff Tops in 64 as well. But what is the name of the starfish enemy? That's something I don't actually remember offhand. So we got them spinning around here. They're from 2, which is my favorite game of all time, but yet I can't remember the name of them. Talk about your fake fan. Yeah. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. But I did it. Hooray. Nice. Pebbz says, DKC3 was my least favorite of the series, so that might be why it's a little bit underrepresented. DKC2 probably has the most representation overall in terms of this game. Yeah, there's a lot of 1 here, but there is a fair bit of 2 as well, yeah. But, you know, to be fair, later games in the series disproportionately draw from 1, which is then why you've got existing King of Swing sprites to use that are based on the first game, like the Critter. Although, again, a lot of the stuff in this game is original. Now, is this... This is a castle stage, yes. So we're going to get lovely Crook's March, which we hear in Strongholds, or what's it called? You know, the castle level. And we also see the jumping claptraps that they introduced later in the game in DKC 1. You start getting into the mines and you get these really annoying little guys that jump at the same time as you do. Very frustrating. there's one particular trap enemy that is one of those jumping ones right at the end of a particularly brutal mine stage in the first game. Memorable and very annoying. Ugh. Cleared its head. Whatever. So some interesting tire bounce setups in this level. Dang! Shuri, that's it. Pebbz with the save again. Weightless wheels. Pebbz also warning me that this level is pretty brutal, if he recalls correctly. Okay. Well, good to know. Yay, buddy. I found the secret Rambi. Lovely. Oh, yes. I love how Rambi can sometimes trivialize a level. Okay, that looks like 10 bananas to me, I think, coming out of that barrel. And a very regrettable death. That's okay, we know where Rambi is. You know what it is? This game's hard because it doesn't have Dixie. That's why 2 and 3 are so good. Because if you want, you can get a little bit of help with some of the platforming by swapping to Dixie. And that's just one of the many, many reasons why 2 and 3 are better than 1. Just kidding, it's fine. 74 to 84. Yeah, the banana barrels are 10. 2 and 3 are my favorites, but if you like 1, that's fine. Oh my gosh. Help. What do I do? I think I can... I'm gonna die. I can't even bail. Oh my gosh. There's a bail button, but it wasn't working in midair. Wow. That was tense. Okay. You see that? Because I jumped while the claptrap was in midair, it didn't get a chance to jump. There are tire setups like that in DKC 1, but this goes a little bit further with it. Bonk. Okay. Progress. Oh, poor Rambi. There goes my crutch. Okay. The arrow, that means I'm close. That taunting arrow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that was too high a jump. I missed the timing on the next thing. Come on. The arrow's got to mean something. No! Did I lose the platform? I scrolled it off screen and it's gone. Oh well, I'll have to try the roll jump. Dang. So you need Rambi to get to that bonus. Oh, Pebbz says, I wanted Dixie in this game. There just wasn't as many good sprites for her online. Oh, that's too bad. That's one of the really cool things about the other DKC 4 fan game. It's got all 4 of the classic Kongs in it. Yeah. Oh! Okay. Yeah, it's a shame. Pebbz is as surprised by that as I am. The tire despawns, SMH. Yes, well, you've only yourself to blame. Okay. We can do this. Ah! Okay. Weightless wheels. Oh no! Huh, okay. Let's keep going. I'm going to try and beat World 3 if I can during this stream. And then next week, I kind of want to continue the game. Try and get through it. And to be honest, DKC for the other one might take up 2 streams as well, so lots of Donkey Kong content on the channel for now. Hope you don't mind. Ow. Oh, yeah, here we go again. Good stuff. Oh, no. Hold it. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. What can we talk about? Pebbz says, "Oh no, rip." Oh, yep, that's a rip. Need some coyote time there. What is coyote time? This is an idiom I'm not familiar with. Coyote time. Coyote. Coyote. They're like a kind of dog creature, right? They're basically an American dingo. No, I don't know what they are, to be honest. Are they like a wolf or a fox? I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, who's in chat still? Who's here? How are you doing? How has your week been? What games have you been playing recently? Do you know any other DK fan games I could play? Because I will play them forever if I can. Now that I know about Maryu's hacks, I might even play those. Although, I don't know. They're not as interesting to me because it's just like making new levels with existing assets from the game. Maybe I'm picky. One of the videos was also called it a Kaizo, which kind of is a little worrying, but at the same time, you have to be aware that in Japanese, Kaizo just means reconstruction, and in fact it refers to like all kind of hacks, fan hacks of games that make new levels. It's just that when it became an English loan word, it came to mean the particularly brutal type of hacks personified by the Super Mario World Kaizo hack that became popular. That's the level done, finally. Good, good, good. Very glad to be through that. Yeah, so I don't actually know if they're particularly brutal, the hacks that Mario made. Coyote time, says Pebbz, is a small delay when walking off a ledge where you can still jump. Prevents the player from feeling like they pressed jump but nothing happened. It's named after Wile E. Coyote from Roadrunner. Ah, clever. So this is clearly a game design term that I had not encountered before. But yeah, referring to how Wile E. Coyote might run off a cliff and then look down and notice that he's standing over a long drop, and only then does he fall. Interesting stuff. thanks for filling me in on that. Yeah, I just expect a kaboom or a cobble every time now. Ah, Squitter. Okay, cool. So Squitter uses a different control. Oh, look at that sprite. That's the web sprites are straight out of DKC 2 and 3. So to use the web platform, you press shift and it explains this. Ugh, yeah. Squitter can't bop enemies. It explains this in that F1 help file, and also on the itch page, all the controls for the game are explained. So I've mapped that onto my controller here. That's another thing that the help file and the description recommend is using joy to key or an equivalent, and I'm using an equivalent for Mac called Controller Mate, where I can map keyboard buttons onto an attached controller and thus be more comfortable when playing action games like this. Yeah, so you use shift to do the web platforms with Squitter, and the attack button is the normal web attack. I wonder if this is still the castle music or the swamp music. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't feel confident enough to try and land on the platforms as I jump. I only just barely mastered that in the actual country games. Oh, okay. That's a cute sound, by the way. Ah! Ah! Oh gosh, I don't have an extra hit, so I have to be careful. The timing on the webs is a little bit tight. I feel like... Ah! Okay. I feel like they disappear before I'm ready for them to. Okay, it's fine though. Let's go. See, just the novelty of having Squitter attacking an army, because those two would never have met before in a game. That's really cool. I like it. Ah! Ah! Dang it. Ah. Yeah! Ugh. The jump. Pebbz says, I have to check out more DKC fan games. I haven't really played any since DKC Returns came out. Currently playing Undertale myself. I just don't get as much time to play games anymore due to work, plus game dev, plus preparing for a kid on the way. I understand. Yes. It can be difficult sometimes. Oh. I think that army got stuck. Just like the cobbles have been. Something about enemies with sideways momentum and walls doesn't mix too well. But yeah, I haven't played any DK fan games until this stream series really, but I've been really enjoying doing it now that I'm here. I've been putting off playing DKC 4, the Brazilian one, for a long time. I was waiting for them to maybe get a more final product out. But yeah, as of now, next week or the week after or whenever I'll be playing it, I'll be playing a bunch of demos, but that's fine because there's been a lot of different stages of development. It'll be interesting to see how it's going on. Where is that sound effect from? Ha! That doesn't sound like anything from a Donkey Kong Country game. Oh yes, and as far as Squitter's controls, they seem very well done. You can angle the webs as I would expect you to. Shooting them, it all feels quite correct. Even the fact that sometimes they disappear pretty quickly I remember that happening in like DKC 3, maybe 2. Just like sometimes the most recent one that you shot would disappear before the last one. Anyway, it's fine. Oh boy. Okay. But yeah, you say you're playing Undertale, Pebbz. RPGs can take up a lot of time. I've recently wrapped up my complete playthrough of Chrono Cross. Not complete, but I was like following a guide, so I didn't miss too many characters, even though I only ended up using like half a dozen out of the 45 available. But yeah, great game. All up, my playthrough took 50 hours, spread out over a very long period of real life time. Okay. Yeah, some tricky web platforming here. Good stuff. But I think it's still not as hard as Web Woods, which is good. Ah! Okay, good. Let's not. Gotta be careful. Ah, DK, yes. Whoa, okay. That was interesting. Okay. Now, if I did that in a country game, I would expect to land on the platform. But something about the timing of the web platforms opening, they open, or the hitbox of them appears a little bit later than I would expect. So there you go. There's another bug report for you, Pebbz. To this game that will never be changed. Yes, we can avoid all of these easily by going over it. That's what Squitter lets you do. It lets you cheese level design. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, there we go. Squitter always makes me so nervous. And this level is really long. Okay, the arrow can't be long now, surely. Uh-oh. Double zinger set. Is this ceiling a hard ceiling? It is. Oh no, what am I going to do? Okay. I'm going to have to go through the middle. So start here, go there, and then... Oh! Okay, start here, go there, and see if I can make that in one jump. Go! Yes! Oh no! Quick! Oh! Oh, tense. Tense. Very good. Very good. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, okay. Is there one more trap? No, there's not. Oh, what a relief. Goodness me. Okay, quick backtrack to the save point, which is Cranky's role in this game. You two kids would be nowhere if it wasn't for me. An hour on the clock, and yet I've been going for 2 hours. That's how many times I've failed and like restarted and stuff. Alright, I think we can clock this world, and then I'll settle for the day and come back with the final 3 worlds in my next stream. But just to get some chat out of the way, the Master DS is here. Welcome. Good to see you. Asking, does it feel good? And yes, it feels good. It feels authentic. Feels very country. It's really nice to play. Pebbz says, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. So the level I've just finished cuts to a new screen after the halfway point. I had to do that because otherwise my computer couldn't handle it. I had to break it into 2 rooms. Smart, says Gibbon. And yeah, that level is long. Ghastly Garden. Is this the boss? This might not even be the boss. It's not. Okay, we'll be here a little bit longer today, but that's okay. I don't think I have to go to IKEA until at least 4. So that's alright, but we can do this. It'll be easy. Now what is this? This might be another swamp level actually, so we'll change the music back. I've had enough castle for a while anyway. I hope the audio balance is okay. I tried to make it fine. Oh. So yeah, tracker barrels. Are these tracker barrels? No, tracker barrels follow where your position is horizontally. These are the other kind of barrels from DKC 2. Tracker barrels are 3. Tracker barrel trouble or trek or something. Yeah, so this is a mechanic from 2 that we're getting here again. I think, yeah, they're introduced in a swamp level and then you see them again in the Lost World at some point. In a lava level, from memory, which may be faulty. Oh no. The timing on these. Okay, cool. No worries. And another halfway point transition. Oops. Oops. Okay. Glad I got the midway. Alright. Go. But yeah, Chrono Cross, what a game, huh? Amazing stuff. Like, it's a complete mess, but I still had a really great time with it. Wouldn't want to change it for the world. Except maybe remove about 40 characters from it. Oops. Oh, gosh. It's probably the biggest weakness with Chrono Cross is, like, because they wanted to cram in as many characters as they could, the actual treatment of them in the game is relatively shallow. So only a few get any good development, and for the others it's sort of spread out among them. So there's like 2, maybe 3 like A tier characters, and then who are, you know, important to the plot and stuff, and then like another maybe 10 B tier ones, and then 30 C tier ones that aren't important at all. And why are they there? It's kind of like fun and silly to have such a crazy variety of characters with different designs and abilities and stuff. But is it justified to have so many? Not really. Ah, brambles. Love it. Oh, I got too close. That must have been real close to the end. Oh well. Yes, and now I've started playing Final Fantasy Dimensions 2 because it's kind of a Chrono game almost. Apparently it uses some concepts from the cancelled Chrono Break. This is something that Gibbon has informed me about. But so far, it's... yeah, it's got time travel and stuff. But it's a lot of, like, modern Final Fantasy guff that I don't particularly care for. The other thing I'm playing right now is Subnautica, which is part of a larger trend of me playing games about divers, scuba diving and stuff. A lot of people in that Echo the Dolphin Caverns of Hope Discord recommended it. But so far, I don't know. Well, you know, I like it. Yes, it's good. Oh, there we go. Ghastly Garden is down. I think I'm just, yeah, not great with survival games. So it's a bit tricky for me. I'm getting to the stage now where I have to think about building a second base and crafting a whole bunch of stuff. And there's a lot of like fiddly inventory management that's not so great on a console controller. Oh, Gibbon is weighing in. I should really get to that being Final Fantasy Dimensions 2. Yeah, well, I've just started. We could play along together pretty much. It uses so much more than that. It's straight up a chrono plot, has places and characters, the names of which have been changed. But yeah, it's got a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff shoved in, which is a bit meh. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's a good summary. There's chrono type concepts so far, but there's a lot of like extraneous Final Fantasy stuff around it. But according to Gibbon, Magus is in it, and I want to see what he's up to. Yeah, I saw him in the like opening. There's like an intro song with like footage behind it, which I got to tell you, after watching the Chrono Cross FMV multiple times, like the Final Fantasy Dimensions one is so I don't like it at all. Chrono Cross's opening FMV is amazing. Oh, I miss Yasunori Mitsuda. I mean, he's not dead or anything, but his music is great. And Pebbz saying Subnautica is so relaxing and creepy at the same time. Yeah, I've been like completely bodied by giant squid sharks multiple times. It's pretty interesting. All right. So, Creepy Kong Clamber. Is this the boss? Are we getting to the boss? Oh, wow. What is this? It's a ghost Kong. Oh, my goodness. What is going on here? That's like a Mr. X outfit. Mr. X, the unused proto cackle from as seen in like German magazine articles or manual. Okay, so you cannot bop this monkey. Got it. Wow, interesting. So we've got our first original boss here, and I'm impressed. It's a ghostly Kong from ye olden times. Looks like a pirate even, with a hook hand and a fancy coat and ruffles and stuff. It's like one of them fancy type pirate captains, your Captain Hooks and such. So it's just about... Oh! Okay. Yeah, and where are these sprites from? That's interesting. I feel like I recognize the head, but maybe not. Oh my gosh, the head separates from the body. This is really cool. Oh, boss music, by the way. To set the mood. Yeah, cool stuff. Ooh. Gibbon has always had a chip on his shoulder about Subnautica. Why is that? Please, tell me more. But he also says he loves this boss, and yeah, it's cool stuff. Pebbz, do you have any background info for this boss? Where did you get the sprites from? I wasn't going to say where did you get the idea, because that's a dumb question. It's a cool idea. You can just think of things, it's fine. But yeah, separate head and body. Oh, I know. I must have to bop the head when it's separated. Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, but it can still hurt me. Okay, cool. All good information. We're doing some Dark Souls scouting runs here, where we find out how the boss works. Alright. Let's go. Nice laugh. Where's that laugh from? Oh, you're going through the top of the screen this time. Okay. Alright, so just avoid that. Where's the head, please? Oh, well, it popped in way too soon. Okay, that might be a little bit of an issue. the boss appearing without enough warning. Oh well, we have our save point, so I did save, didn't I? Yeah, I did, didn't I? I can't leave until I've beaten the level. I have to trust that I saved. I saved, didn't I? Yeah, I'm sure I did. Okay, oh, see, look at that. No fair, no fair. Maybe if you're just running away from... No, that doesn't work either. Okay. Interesting. Gibbon says, Subnautica is by the same devs as Natural Selection 1 and 2, which I'm a big fan of, and when I finally had the income to participate in the Patron program where you could pitch in monthly for bonus cosmetics in order to fund further game updates, they stopped development and started work on Subnautica with those funds, so poor timing on my part. Well, yeah, that's unfortunate. They did give development tools to vetted community members, though, so Natural Selection 2 has still been getting updates in that regard. Interesting. Cool stuff. Yeah, and as far as I know, they're now working on like a sequel or expansion to Subnautica, I'm not sure which includes frozen tundras and such. It's called like Subnautica Sub-Zero or something? Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Bop the head. Yes, that is the answer. Nailed it. For some reason, I feel like that's a Wario laugh. But not from Mario Kart. It might be from like Mario Party or something. I'm not too familiar with that side of things. Okay, that's 2 hits. Yeah, there's a little bit of jank in the Subnautica PS4 port. But there's the PC version originally probably has some jank too. I think it's an early access game, isn't it? Okay, another run. How many hits? I've done 3, haven't I? 5 seems like the go. Oh. I can't predict where he's going to come from. Ah! Directly beneath me. Terrible. Expansion, I believe, says Gibbon. And Subnautica is in the same fictional universe as Natural Selection, so it's nice to see more of the world, as it were. Oh, is it the same alien planet or not? But yeah, there's a lot of references and stuff. I guess the Altera Corporation is in both? I don't know. Interesting stuff. I don't even know what Natural Selection is. Let me see. So, oh no, that's way too early to take a hit. I'm not going to make it this time, am I? I guess I'll keep going. Don't think there's much more to learn about this boss at the moment, but maybe I'll figure out how that attack pattern works. But Pebbz, hold on. Okay, where is it coming from? I just can't predict where the body is going to appear from. It's tricky. Oh, okay. So Pebbz says, I legit forgot this boss existed until 2 seconds ago. From what I remember, I mashed a couple of sprites together to make it. The monkey and the body are from different games. Also, from what I remember, the boss pattern is a bit of a pain, which you seem to be quickly realizing. Indeed. Yes, well. Yeah. I wonder. I cannot tell where the sprites are from, but it's interesting. It's really cool. And yeah, okay, yeah, I can't be having that. Start again. Gibbon says, I want to say that Subnautica is a prequel and the origin of the alien incursion seen in the Natural Selection games, but I could be wrong about that. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, I'm not great with the survival games, so I didn't really feel confident to start it until my brother had come over and he's played it before himself, and he's recommended it to me as well. And I sort of had to have him there, like, coaching me through the first hour, because, yeah, it's quite daunting at first. Just like, what am I supposed to do? How do I do this? How do I get this? What should my next step be? That's the kind of thing I kind of have trouble with sometimes. I'm a bit better with more straightforward games, but with a game like, you can do anything and go anywhere and make all sorts of stuff, and I'm not going to tell you what you should be doing. Like, the first thing I did was swim straight for the crashed ship and die of radiation poisoning. I was like, I can make it, I can make it. And then my health just drops. Oh, okay. Do the natural selection games play similar to Subnautica? Asks Pebbz. Okay, I gotta do this. We have to win. We have to win. Oh! That didn't really feel fair. And from what I can tell, the body can appear in front of you or behind you, I think. Yeah, there's 3 different laughs. That's the one that I thought was Wario, when he starts that attack pattern. But there's other ones that I don't recognize either. Oh, okay. I just have to watch really closely, I think, standing still and then run away from where it's coming from. I think that should work. Because there's no way it's going to appear like inside you, inside your hitbox, right? That would just be unfair. Come on, head. Okay. Whoa, it's faster. Okay, how many hits? More hits needed. Okay, that's fine. We're doing okay. Oh, it's getting much faster. Okay. Oh, there's another round. That's okay. We can actually hide at the edge of the screen. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Where's the head? Dang it. Okay. Oh, it's fast. Yes. Yes. Oh, we did it. Hooray. Woo. Oh, what a relief. Okay. Save. Ah. Thank goodness. Now, all I have to hope is that it keeps my save game between instances. Oh well, if it doesn't, I won't play it next week, but assuming that Wine remembers this save, then I'll be playing this game again next week. If it doesn't, then by all means just go download it for yourself. It's on itch.io, like I said. I'll put a link in the description. Or check out Mariu's videos, which I will also link if you want to see someone else playing through the game and you don't want to you know, be hassled with the difficulty yourself. But yeah, thanks for the encouragement, chat. That's cool stuff. And yeah, thanks so much for being here, Pebbz. Like, having you actually telling me all this stuff about how the game was created was amazing. That never happens on my stream. Okay, it has once or twice, which is also really cool. But anyway, given swing about natural selection, it's a mostly team-based FPS. Okay, that's quite different. One side is aliens, different classes and types, and the other side is Marines, which has an RTS view with a commander. Interesting. One of the community updates was a pastiche of The Thing, where one Marine player is infected and has to infect the rest. Cool stuff. Okay, Pebbz says, I think I remember where the ghost monkey laugh came from. Pretty sure it's the DKC one swap monkey sound effect, but kind of modified. I didn't show that off, actually. The swap mechanic, I mentioned it once, but I never remembered to do it. You can swap your partners in this game. Subnautica was a bit of a departure from the studio's wheelhouse. And yes, excitement. Pebbz was supposed to be spriting right now, but I distracted him. Sorry. Yes, please go back and work on your actual game. I'll keep an eye out for when it gets released eventually. Yeah, cool stuff. But yeah, Pebbz says it's been a fun stream. Thanks for playing. Well, thank you for making it. I'm a huge DKC fan, and this was really, really, like, I love it. I really like what you've done here, capturing the DKC spirit. So thanks very much for making it. And thank you everyone else for watching. I will see you next week, either with more of this, or with another DKC fan game. So I hope to see you then, and have a good time until then. Goodbye. Love that Grant Kirkhope. Yeah.